So the aim of the podcast really, and what we're trying to do, is to help people, to educate people. I want people to watch the podcast, listen to the podcast, and leave it as a better version of themselves, having more knowledge, being educated into how they would become more optimized in the way they are. But the things that have led me to that is my own journey as I've gone along, and I've had to learn this stuff myself. And that is what I'm trying to now pass on to people and teach people. But the very first thing that I had to do, which is the very first thing that people will need to do in order to learn this, is you have to unlearn everything you've ever learned, basically, especially along the lines of, diet, nutrition and health. Everything that you've been told, essentially 99.9% at least, is just a lie. So in order for you to be able to understand and to embrace the truth and the things that we're trying to teach you to be able to optimize yourself, you have to first unlearn everything you've learned so far and understand and accept that actually those things are not true, and that you now need to accept these new ideals in your head, because people have things entrenched in their beliefs, and so many of our beliefs, we don't even know where they come from. We believe really strongly about things that we have no idea why we even believe it, because we've just been brainwashed by whatever it is, whether it's people around us, by the media, by governments, by schools, by anything. So we have to clear that, unlearn everything, start over, start from fresh, and then you can really learn and educate yourself and get the most out of the podcast. Because, like I said, the fact that pretty much everything you've told is a lie means that learning a lot of things can be quite hard. When you first hear things, a lot of things, when I first heard them, I thought, that's not true, it's a load of rubbish. Can't be that, because, this. I've grown up with this. For example, you grow up, just as a simple example, you grow up being told breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Okay? And that's what I grew up thinking. You need a good breakfast in the morning, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't. So breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. It's not an important meal. It's a meal that you probably better going without in order to optimize yourself. But it's just simple things. That's a really basic example. But simple things that are not true, but everyone around you thinks it's true. You've grown up thinking it's true. You've always been told it's true. And you have to be open to understanding that actually that's not true. What is the truth? Let's find the truth together, because there is truth out there that we can find and that will allow you to optimize yourself, but you just have to be willing to unlearn what you've learned before and relearn everything about diet, nutrition and health, and hopefully through that process we can then help you to educate yourself and become the most optimized version of yourself, which is what our aim is, that everyone who's going to listen to the podcast is going to become the most optimal version of themselves in all walks of life. So open your mind to unlearning old stuff, learning new stuff, open to new ideas, and invest a little bit of time and effort into optimizing yourself by listening to the podcast, putting into practice what you're hearing, and let's all become optimal.